Why is this world a wicked place? Hey guys, how are you guys doing today? Today I'm gonna be ranting, but I hope it doesn't end up as so much of a rant. I hope I'm able to put my thoughts together and make this video make sense. I'm also going to try as much as I can to ensure that this video does not end up to be too long. But thank you for clicking to watch. If you're coming my way for the first time today, thanks for tuning in. I hope you like this video enough. Do not be ranting. I hope you like it enough to hit the like button, to hit the subscribe button, and also to leave your thoughts in the comment section. Much more than you watching and liking, I also want to hear your thoughts about my videos. So leave your thoughts about this in the comment section. And if you're returning to this first, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for always coming back. Even though somebody have said one time that I don't even know why I'm watching your video. This particular one does not apply to me, but I still watch anyway. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So today I'm doing some, I'll be, like I said earlier, I'll be ranting. Hopefully that rant, I'm able to bring it together to make sense out of it. But guys, what I'll be doing is fixing a plant stand. I got this plant from a friend at work. I actually got two stems. I think that's what it's called. Two stems, two like this. One, two. So let's say I got something like this. One, two. That was what she gave me. And those two stems have given birth to all these children. Not just this. From those two stems, I've also made another pot and another pot. So what I'm going to be doing is, so I've been keeping this on my windowsill for the longest time. Like since I got the plants, it's been on this side of my house by my window, and it looks like they like this window side. So I got my husband actually to get me another plant stand, and this is what I'm supposed to get. This is what my plant stand is supposed to look like. Let me bring it closer. Can you guys see? I hope it's focused. Yeah, but to make this, all I have is all these pangolo things, sounding like pangolo. But from this pangolo, I'm supposed to make that beauty out of it. I have, I think, 5 of this. So it's actually a 5-step plant stand. I have 4 of this. 2, 3, 4. I have 2 of this. 1 of this. Oh, so I think I can place another plant. So that's like 6 steps. I have lots and lots of, maybe not too much. I have lots of bowls. I think this is, I mean, not, this is what they are called. Both are not. I don't know which are this is. So that's how I'll be making. And actually, I was going to make this and just make this video another time. But I was just like, okay, let me not waste this time. I can be making this and also be talking my talk. So guys, so this rant is as a result of one video. No, it was a post I saw on Instagram about somebody that she relocated to the UK with her husband, and I'm not sure how many kids they have, but I'll say I think they mentioned that they had 3 kids. So she relocated with her 3, or maybe it was there when they had other, but sha. She was living in the UK with her husband with their 3 children. When they had the 3 children, I have no idea. So what caught me, or what this made me feel like, why is this world a wicked place? Is that she was actually working. She was working in the UK. Her husband was working too. And whenever she gets a paycheck, she deposits the paycheck into her husband's account. So it was like the husband was the one managing the finances of the house. So when I saw that, the first question I had was, why are you paying your paycheck into an account you don't have access to? Into an account that's, what's the word? Into an account that withdrawals can be made without your knowledge. Like, why? That's the first question. Like, it was our husband's account. It was not a joint account, according to this. Like, and from there, I was like, this is okay. I don't know where this story is going to, but at this point, this is a red flag. So she was depositing this money like every paycheck, I think for about 20 years. I can't remember how long, but it was quite a long time. She was depositing every of her paycheck into her husband's account. Let me be working as I'm talking. And for every, she was depositing this money to her husband's account, and she didn't have access. So the end of the story was sad that the husband was using the money to build house in Lagos, Nigeria. Mansion, actually, from the story. He used the money to build a mansion in Lagos, and now he's getting married to another woman that will be living in that house with him. So that sounded to me like he's going to be leaving the UK and is going to be relocating back to Nigeria, and is going to be leaving his wife, who thought that she was, I don't even know how depositing your check in your husband's account is building wealth. Like, and this was painful to me because what's wrong with you? This was painful to me because I've seen different kinds of stories, and I've also experienced all kinds of things. No, not my marriage. Some experience are not first hand, according to Google's definition of experience. Some experience are not first hand. I've experienced how um, African women, we shy away from having some conversations. And one of those kind of conversations we shy away from having is money conversations. Like, we feel it is disrespect to ask our husband what he's doing with money. And in this case, money that you are earning by yourself. Like, well, I can't even, like, you go inside code to earn this money. And you don't know how it is managed. So maybe you won't know exactly. Maybe you won't know, okay, if your husband tells you is using the money, is investing the money, maybe you won't know what is in what, but you should even know. I have an idea that, because I know that, yeah, it's not all of us that are financially what's it called, financially strong, or have some form of financial acumen. I don't know if that word is correct, but I know that that's the word I want to use. Like, it's not every woman that has that financial, knowledge, or things to. It's not everybody. It's not just that it's not every woman. It's not everybody that are financially. But you can even learn. That's the thing. Also, let's assume that you are not good financially, right? And you are paying your paycheck into your husband's account, and you don't know why won't you know what he's doing with the money? Like, why won't you have that's my first question. Why would your money be going into an account you don't have access to? And apart from you not having access to the account, you don't know where money is moved from that account. Eh? That's like, okay, so I'm tempted to say, this cannot happen. I'm not even tempted to say it because I know some people. So let me say, I know some people might be saying, it might be because they don't know God. Maybe the husband is not a believer, he does not know God. But I remember that in my church in Nigeria, we used to have a lawyer as our church member. And the way she used to shout it from the rooftop, she used to shout it, guys. She used to shout it that women, when you are buying properties with your husband, ensure that your name is on the property. Like, it's not Mr. and Mrs. It was from her that I learned that Mr. and Mrs. as last name is Okonla, for example. Mr. and Mrs. Okonla is not your name. Put your first name in the. I hope you get. Well, it does. You don't have to see my face, right? Just listen to what I'm saying. Listen to my rant. Like, Mr. and Miss, anybody can be Mrs. Okonla. Anybody can be Mr. Okonla, because it's not only men that are doing this thing, right? Anyone that have a fraudulent mindset can do these things, because it's fraudulent to make your wife work for years, and you now decide to collect the money and go and use it for your own personal thing that does not include her in any way, that includes another woman. On that post, somebody said that it is with his years that he will be hearing peace. because of what he did. But the fact is that woman that he has put in jeopardy because she's not in jeopardy. It's like she has to, in her mind, and what for however long she has worked for. So our plan stand is coming together small small. For however long she has worked for, in her mind, maybe she's thinking she's already planning for retirement. I mean, because in the Western world, people start planning for their retirement. Well, that's what this government suggests, or what the government make what's it called, provisions for. It is advised that the moment you start working, you start planning for your retirement. So maybe in her mind, she has, put some enough money away for her retirement. And now she doesn't have anything because she married. Looks like this is not placed properly. Because she married a wicked person. Another thing, while they say marry a kind person, she married a wicked person that felt she's stupid and he can cheat her, he can do whatever with her. So even if, because she has kids, I don't know how old the kids are. She has kids. The husband is leaving her to go to Nigeria. She doesn't have savings. Let's imagine that they have mortgage. She doesn't have any means of paying the mortgage anymore because, or maybe she'll now have to start paying. I don't even know. Like, it's just a whole lot of mess. And this is because that woman refused to have conversations. You know that thing we used to say, I don't want him to feel like because she's putting money, I don't want him to feel like because she's putting money in this account, then she can question me. Why can't you? Some even people that are not putting money in account are questioning their husband to say, and so the property he got before he married her, she's asking, so what are we doing with it? That is one of the things they call accountability. Like, I don't know why we are afraid to have, or maybe some people, it's not me. I don't know why some people are afraid to have money conversations or any kind of conversations that require the man to give account. That requires the man to, be accountable, to be able to say, oh, so this is what I'm doing with it. Some women are afraid to have those kind of conversations, and I don't know why. But most especially in this case where it is your money you are talking about, like the money you are working for. You are afraid to ask what the person is doing with it, or you're afraid to know what is happening with it. Yeah, I know that every family is not the same and all that and all that. But what stops you from knowing what your husband is doing with your monies? Like the money of the family. What stops you from knowing? Why shouldn't you know? And this is the kind of man that, all those, sometimes I read some posts on Instagram and I'll be like, this is where. That's why marriages are just catching anyhow. Because you hear things like, between your mother and your wife, who will you choose? And some people will say rubbish things like their wife is not part of their family. She can decide to go, but their mother is their mother forever and ever. Oh, you think the wife too cannot say her husband is not part of her family? He can decide to leave her. Her father will be with her forever. It's like sometimes some men forget that women are not without options. And I think that's why some people do some of the things they do. Like some men forget, African men mostly, because I don't know. I don't see this kind of things happening in the Western world. I don't see this kind of things happening a lot. It happens that some people will trust a man with their money and it's not end up well. But I don't see these things happening a lot in the Western world as much as it happens in our African this thing. And you hear things like she can leave anytime, my mother will not leave me. And so because of that, she's not a member of my family, is my mother. And that is why their mothers will give them some kind of advice and they would follow advices that go against their wives. And even in this case, this man did not even rate it. He did not even make plans for his children, his 3 children. That story is leaving UK to Nigeria without his children. He's leaving the children with his wife. What kind of wickedness? What kind of wickedness is that? But beyond saying that this is wickedness, the man is wicked, he's wicked. Beyond saying that, we also need to, start having the hard conversations. We need to start having the hard conversations, like as women with our husbands. We need to start having the hard conversations. Like, so what are we doing about money? What money matters? From the things I've seen, when it comes to money, most times a woman that does not secure her end. How do I say it? That it does not sound like I'm saying like keep your money from your husband. A woman that acts like she's not interested in the financial whatever of the home, like the husband can do whatever he wants, and she will not question him. Most times they are the one at the receiving end. Because the truth is, the devil used to suggest some things to everybody. Like everybody have their moments when they have negative thoughts. They have, yeah. But one thing that will help a man to think twice before acting on those kind of negative thoughts is if he knows that if I do this thing, this woman will ask, this woman, she has access to this account. She will know if I take money from this account. If he knows that like um there are measures in place to ensure that when those evil thoughts come, is the one by himself that will tell the evil thoughts that this you evil thoughts you cannot work. Like you cannot work. But if he knows that anytime I take money, she doesn't even know, she doesn't even care. When the evil thoughts come, he will know that he can act on them, and you will not know. You will not because and you will not know because you don't bother. I think we should start having the hard question. That was painful to me, but the fact is that woman is now left to deal with the family. So she's now a single mother. All of a sudden, that's painful. I hope the pain does not even make her go mentally ill. But all these kind of things are happening. Do you watch all these Judge Fumi and Judge Judy? If you watch all these stories, and at some point I was thinking that these stories were not true stories. At some point I was like, maybe they were just acting for us. But somebody told me they are true stories. Judge Fumi and Judge Judy's cases, like court cases, most times it's family matters. What the husband did, what some even funny ones are, girls that'll be fighting over guys, and Judge Judy, most especially Judge Fumi, sometimes she still tries to not be too insultive or insulting. But Judge Judy will say, both of you are fighting over this guy, right? That she doesn't say, what are you fighting for? Because this guy does not have any work, he's living with his mother, he's like all kinds of stories. But really, those are real stories. And really, as married women, I think we need to start having the hard conversation. I don't know, why are you afraid to ask your husband, like, what's our plan financially? What are we doing with money? The money we are saving, how far? What do we do? But in the first place, why are you even saving money in an account that you don't have access to? An account that you don't, apart from having access, when money leaves the account, you don't know. That one is hard for me to understand though. I don't know whether I'm not a good wife, that's why I'm thinking that way. But if I'm putting money in an account, even if I won't ask you every time money leaves the account, even if I won't ask every time, there will be times I'll ask to say, oh, this money left, what was it for? We did not have any discussion about this. If I'm putting money in an account, especially, generally, I should have an idea of what's happening with our finances in the house. But if there's an account actually that I'm putting money in, I want to be able to see where money leaves the account. I want to be able to see where I want to be able to have access to the account and see what's happening there. But I don't know. I'm done with mine. It didn't take long. My plan is ready. And I hope my rant was not, I think it's not too long. And because I want this by the window side still, I'm thinking I should either place it this way. This one is dancing. I think I still have to pin it more. I think it's this place. It came with one, yeah, it came with this. I just use this to So, ladies, what do you think about joint accounts? Actually, when we got here, we opened a joint account because it was necessary. But I remember that was Steve Harry, is that his name? Remember I said something about accounts and the fact that every couple needs to have four kinds of accounts. One where they put their money together and both parties have to, be signatories to the accounts. One where they which is the second one? Then each one have the okay, then one where they put their money together like and a decided amount. This person brings this much, this person brings this much, and both of them will be signatories to the account. Another one where it's a savings account where they decide by themselves, like both of them decide, oh, so we'll be putting money in this, we'll be putting this much into these accounts every so number of maybe months or whatever. And then the last two is each of them have an account where they have a particular amount they can spend. Even though you're telling your husband or your wife what you're doing with the money in your personal account, it's still like majorly dependent on you. All those our sometimes you want to buy a new bag, you want to where you save money like for your own personal buyings, for your own personal shopping and all that. That you need those kind of accounts. But what do you guys think about financial knowing about your as a woman, knowing about your finances in your home, not just leaving it to your husband like he's the one that does everything and you don't have an idea what happens. I don't think you should not have an idea what happens. Even if you're not like in the what's it called fully, you should have an idea what's happening. That's my thoughts. What do you guys think? Share with me in the comment section. I think my plant stand is ready now. Share with me in the comments because kind of things that are happening, I don't really understand it. I don't really get it. Yeah, the man is wicked, but the woman too should have been more careful. Because the thing is, if she was asking questions, oh, so Alpha, what did we invest in? And asking to see, it's not just what's that thing they used to say? It's not just explanation, no evidence. As you're explaining the things you are doing with the money, like you are showing evidences, right? If she had been following up to, ask questions and asking to know, she would have known the point where she needed to stop paying her paycheck into her husband's account. Because she would have discovered that some of the stories are not adding up. Or if she eventually got to know that her husband was building a house in Lagos and he's not carrying her along, she would have maybe requested that her name be on like if she had been following up, it wouldn't have been that long before she realized that they are using her head, and she will have, collected her head back from being used. So I don't know. That's my thoughts, guys. What do you guys think? What do you think? I just think when it comes to money, women, we need to because in Nigeria, I think children are like retirement plan for Africans, but it's not the same way here. And those people were in UK, so it's not UK is not a place where you say, husband have run away with money, my children will take care of me. It's not like that. You need to be able to sort yourself because maybe the children so are even dealing with student loans and all that. What do you guys think? I think I've ranted enough. My plant stand is ready. I think I'll switch this one. This one is bent. I'll switch it. So again, guys, tell me what you think in the comment section. I'll just finish this up. What do you guys think? Let me bring it closer. What do you guys think about my plant stand? The light is not at this corner, is not really lighting. I want it because it's close to the window. I want the plants. Can you imagine that all these plants came from two strands of plants? That corner just went from it was not totally it was zero because it was not decorated at all. But it's like at a very good number now. I feel like this thing is not very strong, Sha. Not very strong. Yeah, I need to keep this first. So yeah, what do you guys think? Yeah, I know the man was wicked to have done that, but do you think women need to be more, yeah, not in a rude way, right? But just to be aware of what's happening because it's your future we are talking about here. And yes, if the men were not, if that man, don't let me just generalize men this time around. If that man was not wicked, it wouldn't have been a big deal. But it is very, that's it though. It is very new because the man ended up to be wicked. And now, because he's going to the UK, right? So there's little or nothing the sorry, he's going back to Nigeria. There's little or nothing the UK government can do with a property that was built in Nigeria. Even if they say you should return the money, he's leaving UK. It's not something that is in your country you can hold. Even if you say you want to hold him and he gets to UK and you say he's not working. If you say it's not working, there's nothing you can do. You cannot force him to give money. It's painful, sure, but guys, I want you to share your thought about this video in the comments. I'll show you this. I want to remake this part. Like it's bent towards here. I want to change it so that at least even if it's bent, to bend inside. Or maybe I'll just put this one. Just find another plant for here. So I have, I'll leave this space. I have, so I have spaces for 3 more plants now. I'll leave this one here. And it's supposed to droop. Supposed to droop. So guys, share your thoughts about this video in the comment section. Thanks for watching. Yeah, I'm sure I didn't rant for too long. Thanks for watching. Until we see you in the next one. If you're yet to subscribe, please hit the subscribe button. Until we see you in the next video, have a beautiful life, guys. Bye.